Hi, everybody. This is Lydia from the Oneness Junkie podcast and YouTube channel. And it's a Sunday morning, and I woke up with an idea that I decided to talk about today on a video. And I hope that for anyone who is searching for this topic, I hope that there's something in this video that brings them a nugget of wisdom or clarity for themselves, or just some new information to think about, because you have all the answers inside of you. It's just a matter of putting yourself around people that help to bring that out of you. So let me just take a quick moment. I'm going to try to keep these videos to like 10 minutes because I want to upload them onto my TikTok channel, which I haven't put anything up there for Oneness Junkie yet. But I initially started my podcast as audio only, and I wanted to have guests where I highlighted people who are making a difference in the world. And I reached out to lots of people, and I've found that not everybody's comfortable, talking on a podcast or a YouTube channel, even though they're doing wonderful things in the world. So in order for me to create more conversations and content, I just decided that that was my sign to start just sharing little bits of information and wisdom that I've gleaned over my 54 years of being on this earth. And I just actually celebrated last week on Tuesday my 54th year, completing my 54th year. So anyway, okay, so let me dive in. The topic is like how to build confidence and how to identify insecurity. That's probably two different videos, but let me go ahead and attempt to start this. Okay, this could be like a part one, maybe. Okay, so first I want to just add a disclaimer that says, I do not think I figured it all out. I am constantly growing, evolving, changing, learning, understanding, creating new ideas and clarity for myself as I go along this journey. And that's what's taught me to always be open to learning what the world, the universe, God, whatever you want to call, whatever brings information to you. So I have not figured it all out. I've experienced a lot of things that I can then glean into information that could possibly be helpful for someone. Okay, that's my caveat. Okay, so I just want to share that I still have, insecurities in certain areas of my life that I'm constantly looking at and working on. There are other areas of my life where I have long-term confidence. And I say that because it's just over 54 years, I've had the feelings that I've had. And you just you don't get rattled or let's see, you're just when you're confident in yourself, you just have a sense of self that you understand who you are, where you're going, and people will come in and out of your life, and you just kind of learn from them. So I can't really describe it any different, but let me go ahead and get started with a few. I think this is going to be a part one because I'm already 4 minutes into this. So basically, how to build confidence. People who Google search that are looking for these tips. Okay. So I want to tell you that some of the areas that build confidence, if you talk about the as you grow up, from like 1 to 17 or 1 to 18, you're really at the mercy of whoever your care provider is. So in some cases that can be, an unstable situation. In many cases, it can also be a very stable situation. So I will just say that what I believe builds confidence for an individual, and I'm talking about authentic internal confidence, where it's not based on, like a lot of external things, like, how beautiful you are, or how much money you have, or, like how much power you have. You're born into royalty, or, just neighborhood royalty, or community royalty, or like where your city royalty, like how important you are. Those are all kind of tangible forms of things that can crumble and go away. And then where's your confidence? Okay, so I'm talking about authentic confidence that you feel on the inside that no one can take away from you. How does that get built? Personally, I believe because I've met people who have a lot of confidence, and then you look at their upbringing. So I believe that confidence authentically gets built when you're a child, from a secure, stable, and I will say affirming foundation, the first 17 years of your life. And of course, it doesn't have to be consistent. I mean, you could just have the first 10 years of your life, to be this way, and then things start to happen. But you could still, personally, I think that most people who do have authentic, genuine confidence inside of them had that stability. Now, inside of that, because I had that, inside of that, I had parents who were personally insecure with themselves, like had lived with fear, or inadequacies or whatever. And what happens is you could have a stable home life, but then the people who are supposed to be, affirming you, that part I said, and affirming life, that's not happening. And so you don't develop, that aspect of your security from the affirmation you get from the people who raise you, or, your situation. So when those things are missing, I think that really sets somebody up for a challenging life of developing their security and their own sense of confidence. So sometimes it has to come from you. Like if you didn't get it from 1 to 17, and you want it, then you go to work on yourself and you figure out how to get it. Okay. So the topic of this, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to talk so fast. This is part 1. I'm already at 8 minutes. Okay. So I want this to be a 10-minute long video. So I'm going to say the first one, and then I might have to do a second video to talk about it. Okay. So number 1, oh, wait, no, hold on. That's not number 1. How to build confidence. So I had to write down some notes. Normally I just talk free form, but I wanted to bring some real value. So number 1, have integrity. How to build confidence. Have integrity with your word. Number 1, what that means is do what you say you're going to do. And if you can't, for any reason, do what you say you're going to do, then what I recommend is that you learn how to have the skills to communicate why you're not going to be able to be in integrity with your word. So I looked up, and I have it here, and I'm just going to share it, the definition of integrity for those who haven't looked it up lately. Okay. The quality of being honest and having strong moral principles and moral uprightness. Like, here's a sentence. He is known to be a man of integrity. Okay. I got 1 minute. So then the second I thought was very interesting, and this is going to be the end of part 1, is the state of being whole and undivided. Wow. Isn't that powerful? That's also could be considered a definition of security. Like when you feel of yourself solid, the state of being whole and undivided. That is such a great definition. And that's why I chose integrity to be the first thing to talk about how to build your confidence. All right. This is part 1, and we're going to close it down and do part 2. Come back and find part 2. All right. Bye. Thanks. We'll start with number 2. Bye.